Welcome and to this presentation of the $3 solar light heater from gravitygarden.com. Essentially, I made a basic solar heater that absorbs light from the sun and converts that into heat that will come out the top of the box and allow you to heat up a room, or in this case I'm going to use this as a portable heater for my greenhouse. So this presentation is really just going to take you through to a few steps that I had put together in a presentation, kind of showing you the various parts and components that I did here. Now, I used all of these from scraps, except for the sewer pipe. I had it left over from a previous project, but you'll see that I have some scraps of wood. I've got basically a window pane from an old storm window, and the parts here you can kind of see of the basic components of this solar heater. And as you kind of see through here, it's nothing fancy. That's why it only cost me $3, because the sewer pipe was about 45 cents a foot. Everything else was leftover scrap wood, and of course the storm window was from an old storm window that I had laying around. So the sewer pipe here is non-perforated. It's just standard sewer pipe you can get at any lumber store or hardware store. It's in the coils, so you can see that I have it laid out there. I had cut a couple pieces up, probably about 24 inches in length and 3 across, and that made up about the size of the box. And I had basically made it around the size of the actual window pane, because that's what I had to kind of fit the box around. So once I had it all cut up and I've basically made the box, the back piece there is about a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. The outsides are 3/4 inch, I think it's maple that I had used, but again, any wood will work there. And I had just screwed it together with just standard drywall screws. And you'll see in this picture here that on the right hand side there's a gap. That gap is going to allow cold air from the bottom of the box to rise to the top. The gap will be both on the front and the back part of this box. Now, this is my first attempt, so wanted to see how the airflow worked, but initial attempt worked out pretty well. And you'll see here in this box, I have all of the box created. I have the sewer pipe in there, and it lays, kind of nice in there. And essentially, wanted to kind of attach them to the box there. So what I did was I actually used probably about 3-inch drywall screws and screwed them together into the box from the sides and to each other. And once they were in there, then I was able to put the window pane on top of that. And I had used just normal mirror type of latches that you get at any Walmart or, again, hardware store for $1. They're the standard mirror clips. And I had just attached the window pane to the front of the box. And again, on the right-hand side, you can kind of see the gap that I left. It's about a 3/4 inch to a 1-inch gap at the bottom, and that again will allow cold air to rise through the bottom and then heat through the black sewer pipe, and then eventually will come out the top. And before I actually put all of the sewer pipe in place, I caulked all of the back edges, making sure all the corners were caulked out, to make sure that the box was sealed very well. And again, you have another look at it here. And then once I had done that, I painted everything black, so that black is the preferred color to absorb all the light and transfer that into heat, which is essentially what we want to do with this particular this box here. So you'll see again, I have standard high heat type of paint that you would get any hardware store, and this was, I think, used for barbecues or outdoor fireplaces, so that stuff works pretty well. And then once it's all finished, basically I had attached a pipe at the top. You can kind of see that here. The pipe itself is caulked in place, and I had actually made it about 3 to 4 inches coming out the top there, and that's how the heat will actually rise from the bottom of the unit through the sewer pipe up into the black pipe at the top. And you can see here that I had tested it a little bit. It was actually about 60 degrees outside, and once I put it into the sun itself started to rise, and you see here it's about 92, 93 degrees. And this was just very early in the morning with the sunrise, so it got about 30% more heat going through just with a little bit of light. And this was after about 3 or 4 minutes of being in the sunlight. So it worked pretty well as my first attempt. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and feel free to look at our other presentations at gravitygarden.com. That include the $1.50 hanging bucket planter. I also created a $10 rain bucket, and I also show you how to create a free compost bin from basically pallets you can find at any manufacturing site. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed the presentation.